or to make you reconsider your life choices. That's not why I am here today on the show. Okay? But it is still my duty to inform. It's my duty to inform, okay? And it's my pleasure to inform you that this show is proudly sponsored by Petrosol Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, a Betway, Get Way More. The show is live and interactive. We are streaming on X Spaces. Karim, is that correct? As well as on Facebook and on YouTube. So check out Joy Sports and the Joy FM handles. You can find the stream there. And so you can, if you're driving around or if you're in your office, you want to tune in, that's where to find us. It's a video stream, of course. Also, you can get in touch with us on WhatsApp if you prefer. The number is 055-111-1997. Your thoughts on all of the things we'll be discussing here. Where should Thomas Partey head to next? Arsenal losing out big time by letting him go. I've heard Barcelona, I've heard Juventus, I've heard even Paris Saint-Germain, or there's even China. Reports are that he doesn't fancy there. Bozuba fancies going to China. He's been defending his decision vigorously, exclusively to us. We'll play that voice for you here on the show. Let me know your thoughts on that move too. Kamaldeen Sulemana to Atalanta. I'm interested. 055-111-997. Danny K is here on the show. Danny, how you doing? I didn't hear you, Danny K. Can you speak again? Hold on. Jojo, what's going on? I cannot hear Danny K. Danny K, I can't hear you. Why can't you hear me? I don't know why. I don't know why I can't hear him. So, Jojo, please come and put his microphone on. So, if I can't hear him, why are you blaming me? I don't mind him. I'm even surprised. Danny K, come closer. We have multiple microphones. Come and sit here. It's okay. If Jojo, I still can't hear you. If Jojo, yes. So if Jojo cannot fix that microphone, we'll use a different one. Danny K. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Switch off a Philip at stream. It's like the guy is running late, or where is he? He'll be joining us shortly. We've got a special guest today too as well. Eli Kondo.
Fent,
how are you?
Very well.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah,
you've never been here.
Yeah. It's been ages.
It's been ages, eh?
Yes.
You've gotten money, so
praise be to God.
Okay, hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was my birthday. Please, I didn't have a show yesterday, so send me belated happy birthday wishes.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Fantastic.
He said he wants cupcake.
Yes.
Yesterday he got cupcakes. He chopped. He passed by. He was holding the cupcakes. He passed by me. He didn't say, "Oh,
wow."
Did you bring me cupcakes?
Wow, cupcake.
Ellie, did you bring me cupcakes?
I was thinking of getting you wache instead.
I don't want to watch it this hot afternoon. I've had enough. Look, do you know where I'm from? I've had enough watching all my life, so it's okay.
So cupcake is better.
Cupcake much better.
Okay, well.
So if you order the cupcake, it will come before the end of the show.
Well
so
noted.
Take your phone and do your work. Hey, well noted. This guy, that again, is not serious. Listen, but Ellie, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Sicho is also joining us very shortly. But Danny K, please. There he is. Look at the man. It's like a car traffic has dealt with him.
By dress. Oh no, he's been here.
So where you go?
Some class or 1 or 2.
You go see Michelle.
You are not CEO. You don't pay salaries at the end of the month. So end of the month, you're okay. You don't pay salaries at the end of the month.
The month no end.
He's not what?
The month ends today.
If you're a business owner, do you know when the month ends for you?
Yes.
19th, 18th.
Quick.
I'm aware.
That is why you start thinking about what people will get on 27th.
So me, no. So you're not listening. So me, hey, you're not listening. So me, no. I'm thinking about next month already.
You're thinking about next month already?
Yes. My workers have finished chopping the June salary. Yes. I'm thinking about next month already.
Charlie, I have to enter bank and do some skirmishes.
Yes. Why are you doing skirmishes today, Friday, June 27th? When will they get the money?
I don't get it today, but when do you want to get it?
Oh, you see, so I don't know the skirmishes you have done. Some places, if you go there, it will take a couple of days before.
Oh, no. All of them are going today. 30 minutes quick. You see, if you are working, you have to. It's for speed and efficiency. You have to enter everywhere.
That's true.
Have you seen your front?
Yes.
People can't get a place to park. But me, I've parked pepe.
That's right.
Because when you go anywhere, you have to.
It's called skirmishes.
Yeah.
Danny K.
Bro!
Danny K. Listen, I have sent you something. Please, I'm not here to make listeners' lives miserable.
Oh, how?
Somebody said in this life, ebimu ebeja ebimu. Some of us or some people have come to escort for people. The people that are being escorted, no. One of them, Danny K, your daddy,
father,
see,
quick,
is signing a 1-year contract.
Hey, point of correction, our daddy.
Your daddy.
My father is saying your daddy.
Cristiano Ronaldo has signed a 1-year contract extension, or has agreed a 1-year contract extension with Al Nassr, the team that he spent the last 2 years with. And while we all thought that the last 2 years he was earning some humongous amount of money, you know, yesterday story broke that Cristiano Ronaldo has signed the most lucrative contract in the history of sport.
At age
40 years.
Fantastic.
Not at his peak, oh. Not when he's 20-something, oh. At age 40. Dadike, let's go through the numbers.
A 40-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro.
Thank you.
Is going to earn 178 million pounds a year.
Every year.
178 million pounds a year. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro. 3.4 million pounds a week.
Oh, man.
Every Sunday, ping alert.
Oh my God.
3.4 million pounds a week. Yeah. In addition to that, he's going
that
to
works
get
up to 880,000 a day.
A day.
One day.
One day.
Danike, I want
5 p.m. today. Ping.
880,000 pounds. 880,000 pounds a day. Now, if you divide that money, by 24 hours, every hour, Cristiano Ronaldo, 36,000 pounds. Every hour. We are doing Japan to go and do $8 an hour, $9 an hour, $10 an hour job. The guy earns
£36,000 every hour.
Every hour.
Every hour.
Every hour. Okay, every hour. In fact, which means that every minute Cristiano Ronaldo earns 611 pounds a minute. Then how much is your monthly salary?
138 to 139. 138 to 139. 600 and something.
A minute.
Wow.
Do you know 600? Do you know 600 pounds in Ghana cedis? 611 pounds, in Ghana cedis is equal to 8,688 Ghana cedis every minute.
Every minute, I will call that the rule. Every minute, I'll call that the rule because this is good cash. Faint. He has also been given 15% ownership of the club he's playing for. Al Nassr. Al Nassr.
So paying you all that money is not enough.
No.
You should take
He's now a part owner of the team. It means that whichever coach decides that today I don't think you are fit enough to play the game. You can't even decide. You sack the coach
because he's the owner.
He's the owner.
Ah, my God.
15% ownership of the club, which amounts to 33 million pounds.
That's right.
Hey, what a guy. Friends, 24.5 million pounds in signing bonus. And it will increase to 38 million pounds if he activates the second year extension.
So this year 24 million.
If he says, he signs extend it, then it will go up
to 38 million. I sign on bonus. I don't know J collects
But I promise you, this one I'm about to read is the most lucrative I've seen in my life.
Go on.
80,000.
Golazzo.
80,000.
The guy is built to score goals. Yes.
80,000
If he
pounds.
scores 1 goal, 80k, quick.
80,000 pounds. Header.
And we have like some 60. You have like some 68 goals to go
2,000.
to 1k. So Anna's out of the 50. 50 goals times 80k.
So Ronaldo, who is being signed because he's a machine at goal scoring, will get additional 80,000 if he scores any goal.
Anytime he scores. And then 40,000 when he provides an assist. Now, which one is more lucrative? That Ronaldo should pass the ball to Sadio Mane. If you do the math, which one is more lucrative?
The one that he will try to head on target that it will deflect on him and fall in the path of John Duran, assist 40k.
Quick.
Like he's scoring,
He's scoring
for 80k. But I ended up with John Duran. Duran scored, but they will half it.
So if Ronaldo passes the ball to Sicho and Sicho scores, Sicho gets nothing, but Ronaldo who passed him the ball on 40,000 straight.
When I was negotiating my contract, didn't I know that these things were there? Why didn't I negotiate that?
Last year he scored 25 goals in the league. If this contract was in existence last year, for his goals alone, he would have earned $2 million.
Yeah, quick.
For the 25 goals alone.
Last season's own, I'm not too sure about the figure, but there was also a bonus for goals. It wasn't as this much.
Okay. So going by this figure, that's 2 million.
2 million quick.
And on top of that, he will earn £4 million if he wins Golden Boot.
Hold on. What do you mean? So he scores a goal, he gets 80,000 per goal. Those goals, all of it, the 25 for $2 million. But because those 25 also makes him top scorer,
$4 million.
and he's already winning Golden Boot awards.
But the 4 million, no. All he has to do is to call Benzema, Mitrovic, the top striker and killer. Ubi idea 1-1. It's Mungum. Because you put yourself in your there, you don't get anything. If you don't get it, come on, Miller. So I'm gonna take 2. Benzema, be careful. Be careful. Don't go over. So weekend when Ronaldo go score, Benzema 2 go do
penalty over the back.
That's not all.
Charlie, see, 16 people will be working full time for Ronaldo.
All paid for by the club.
All paid for by the club, including 3 drivers, 4 housekeepers, 2 chefs, 3 gardeners, and 4 security.
3 gardeners.
Yeah.
You need 3 people.
Georgina, she likes flowers. Who? Georgina.
Oh, she's a flower girl.
She's a flower girl. She doesn't joke with her garden. So they are providing extra gardeners. Charlie, Saudi sweet. You finish it.
I hope so.
I hope why they go Saudi. Don't be serious.
So maybe now that she has 3 gardeners, more flowers will grow. Then finally your man will get the click.
Quick. Oh no, that one there.
The click will knock out.
We are waiting.
We are waiting.
But Georgina is not worried. Why are you worried for her? Don't be serious. Don't be serious. See. Life is good.
Somebody said, why has God given one person all this money? The rest of us, have we offended him? I said, please, the life, it's not like that too. But on a more serious note, Sicho, why is Al Nassr doing all this for Ronaldo at the age of 40? I mean, the obvious question is, yes, he's a goal scorer, he's a global superstar, and all of that. But is that even sustainable? The whole club, 15% ownership of the whole club is what? 34 million. You multiply that, by 3 or 4. That whole club is worth less than 300 million.
Yeah.
So why are they? And Ronaldo in one season is earning more than the entire worth of the club he plays for. So I don't get it.
Well, it's money from Saudi Arabia. When you're speaking about money in Saudi Arabia, it's inexplicable. Nobody's able to explain the wealth in those regions, in Qatar, in Saudi, in UAE, Oman, those places. They have a lot of money. when I was reading these things, I almost did not believe it, and even now I'm still even skeptical. I'm waiting for another news to come that it's not like this, because some of the figures are unbelievable. But we are speaking about an all-time great, Cristiano Ronaldo, who still has the same and this is the thing about Ronaldo, right? He still has the same appeal in 2025 as he did in 2008.
Yeah,
that it's a serious matter. Like, he still has the same appeal, if not even more, right now, like he did have in 2008. So if you have Ronaldo, and to be fair to Al Nassr, since Ronaldo signed for the club, their numbers in everything have skyrocketed. They renegotiated. Adidas came to outprice Nike. Now Adidas is sponsoring their kits, right? Like, they've brought in so many commercials from several places because Cristiano Ronaldo is playing in the league.
And he even jumped one of them.
Yeah.
The club will give him £60 million worth of sponsorship.
Yes.
Yeah.
They will seek the sponsorship for him.
And it is easy. It is easy. Because if the club is cutting the sponsorship deal, they'll tell their Charlie, this one is for Ronaldo. But because of Ronaldo, so the guy is a commercial machine.
Yeah.
The guy is a brand, right?
A big one.
And I think, and we speak about what Ronaldo is getting in Saudi. And people must also remember the contract that Messi signed in the MLS. I'm drawing Messi here just to say that how long these guys have been in the game and operating at the level is what's earning them the money they are earning. Right? Because the thing is, when you work hard and you work well and you earn so much, the idea is in your pension years, whatever you are going to be paid as pension is also some good money. Right? If they pay small, tier 1, tier 2, small, you will earn small. The work and investment Ronaldo and Messi have done in themselves and have played to 38 and 40, their pension money be done too. It is serious, right? It is serious. So for me, I mean, Messi signed for MLS.
Yes,
he has the Apple
yeah.
Apple stream. Messi has a percentage.
Yeah.
When Messi league is technically paying him.
When Messi is done playing, they've promised him a franchise. Like, when you are done, Messi, whenever you want to form a team in USA, we will help you. Like, you have a franchise there for you. That is how huge it is for him. You know, David Beckham also got that deal when he signed, and that is why how come he has the Inter Miami.
Yeah.
Messi has also had the same promise. So for me, the numbers are unbelievable. But we are talking about an unbelievable sportsman, Cristiano Ronaldo, who at the age of 40 has led his country to beat Germany, beating the best country in the world in Spain in the final, and he keeps doing it. So yeah, and again, when you look at Al Nassr, when the boy, you see the thing about Ronaldo, when he is playing, people who don't watch football will tell you that he's the reason they are not doing well. But go and watch Al Nassr or look at Al Nassr's numbers when Ronaldo hasn't played. They don't win. Like, when Ronaldo is not playing, they don't win. They've lost more games without Ronaldo than with him. When the guy is playing, they are getting the goods. The guy missed last 2 seasons. When the season started, he missed the first 3 games. That was when they lost the league. By the time he came, it was 0 points against Al Hilal's 9 points. And when the season ended, Al Hilal won the point. It was point difference 10. So those 3 games was the key thing. And so they know how important he is to them. And it's not only, and listen to this, it's not only an Al Nassr matter.
It's the entire league.
It is a Saudi Arabia matter.
It's a Saudi project.
Because the project is to usher us into the World Cup they will be hosting in 2034. So whatever they will do to milk Cristiano Ronaldo, they will do it. For them, the money they are paying to Ronaldo, they will reap in 1,000-fold too. So that for them, it's nothing. I didn't hear that they were even trying to bring Ronaldo's friend. That guy in Argentina, what's his name? The Argentine captain, what's his name?
In friend, the white Americano.
Argentina's captain. Oh, Inter Miami player will be Messi. Yeah, I think so.
Messi, that you are not serious. You are not serious.
Messi, they even try to. So look, it's a Saudi Arabia project. They've got Ronaldo. It has opened the window for a lot of people to have come to Saudi to watch football, to enjoy tourism, and to play the sport. And for Saudi, for them, they said that when they check the health record of the country, the people where them be obese for the country chow too much. So one of the things they wanted to do was the next generation, they need to get, set their minds onto sports. And in the last 4 years or so, the data shows that they are achieving a certain success. A lot more of kids are interested in sports. Some are playing tennis because they brought every sport to the country. The live golf is there, big boxing bouts, Formula One. It's got one of the best street circuits in the
Formula One.
Jeddah circuit, one of the best street circuits. Football is also booming and everything. So yeah, it's a national project, and that is how states find money to sort national projects. And Cristiano Ronaldo is benefiting for all the good and hard works that he's done,
and still doing.
So we the Ronaldonians, we are not surprised. We the Ronaldonians.
But the fascinating part of all this is that when the country is booming in all aspects, including tourism, because boxing has become big there since Ronaldo
very
joined.
big.
Yes, every big major boxing bout goes to Saudi now because Ronaldo is there, and everybody's going in. They're paying money to big hotels just to be there and witness all the good things that are going. So money is coming in from all angles.
Yeah.
And one person who has brought that limelight into sports is benefiting huge. I think he deserves it.
And for Saudi too, there's something about these people. Sometimes it's not even what they will get back from the money. It is a statement. You see, because of the way the country is.
Power.
Yeah, it is. They are making a statement to the world. They might not even want. They know that they might not get anything back. They might not get the money back or the values.
They don't need to get financial rewards back.
But it is
social capital. They'll get it,
bro.
That's what it is.
They are showing your people.
Yes.
You are showing your people that you don't have money.
It's power. It is a sports washing economy. That's what it's called.
Charlie.
They will use it, and they will use it efficiently.
Yeah.
So you see, the thing is that this is how it works. Saudi has issues, a lot of issues, but the West always like to highlight them. One of them being human rights issues here and there. But this is happening, and nobody is talking about those other issues. That's what we're talking about. So they've managed. It's a PR war. It's a PR game.
Yeah.
So they've managed. So what they want to do, they know that sports. And excuse me, look, we all do sports, but sports is one of those tools. Sports is like a drug.
Yeah.
It's addictive, and it makes it takes the youth and a lot of. In fact, it's an escape for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It takes people away from, for want of a better phrase, much more. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe much more creative, much more lucrative, much more economically beneficial endeavors. You see, so the thing is that when you look at Saudi, you look at Qatar, you look at all these other countries, all the money they are pumping into the sport is not because they will necessarily get financial benefits, but they will get other benefits. And one of those benefits would be social capital. It increases their standings in the world. It makes the country even more attractive to tourism. Because now Cristiano Ronaldo has the biggest number of followers on Instagram in the entire universe.
YouTube, everywhere.
He's got the biggest number of followers on Instagram. Do you know how many people Cristiano Ronaldo is influencing?
Oh, he sent me a message. You got a message when you sent that.
Do you know how many people he's influencing just by playing in Saudi Arabia alone? Because there are so many people that would say that if Ronaldo is there,
who are you?
Then
I can also be there.
But there's another thing, and I don't want to even go into the political angle. But you know the history of sports. There's also the key thing for these countries: the distraction. It distracts everyone else from what people are speaking about them, and focuses attention on sports.
That's exactly.
So when people mention Saudi Arabia, they had a certain image.
Human rights abuse.
Now they've used that sport to distract everyone.
Yeah.
So the whole world in the next 1 month or weeks is talking about Ronaldo's contract and in Saudi. When was the last time people actually questioned Saudi Arabia's human rights issues and everything? Because almost every now and then, when you mention Saudi, Formula One is going there, boxing is going there, the live golf is happening, massive tennis competitions are happening, there's the football league, you're watching Ronaldo, Benzema and everything. So when sports was actually created historically, it was to distract the masses. And that is what they are doing great. And the Europeans have done it.
Gladiator.
The Europeans have done it. The Europeans have done it brilliantly. Like, if you go to England, social problems are there. But bro, every weekend I want to go and watch My United. I want to go and watch Chelsea. Like, so
it shapes public perception. That's what
absolutely,
you're saying.
and that is what they are doing brilliantly. And the whole world, they've done it. America, they use their NBA, NFL, and everything to do it. Saudi too are using money.
Somebody wants to form a Ronaldonians Association of Ghana.
Oh, he's been formed though, killer. So you mean you want to join?
Yes.
And we get direct messages from Daddy.
That conversation is a good one to take us into our next topic, or this particular matter. Saudi Arabia. Now, Ronaldo is 40 years of age, and there was a time where everybody thought, okay, this is a retirement league. Go there, hang your boots. Ronaldo is gone there. Clearly looks like he will hang his boots there. But it also opened up a lot of doors for a lot of players that are still playing in their peak. Many of them even Europeans. And now, of course, all of that had been circling around Ghana, around our major players, especially in the Black Stars, until now.
Yeah, I think I can say I've heard a lot of talks going on between my current club and the Saudi club, and yeah, they showed me the project they have for me, and I'm happy with it. But for now, I'm going back and I'll meet with my team and we'll see what we do. But for now, I think there are still talks going on. Yeah, I think it's just not about Saudi. I think there are a lot of big players over there. I think we have Cristiano Ronaldo and the rest over there. It's a competitive league. It's not like just Saudi, as people know. But I think for that, they have a lot of players where you can develop. I think, and the team is also a good team, and I think they have a lot of quality players there. But for me, let's say me moving to Saudi, it's not about the money or it's not about anything. It's just about me. I think progressing in my football and yeah.
Talk about the environment. If you are indeed to move to Saudi, you will have the luxury of playing with Jerry Ifri. Are you looking forward to play with him?
Yeah. I think if everything goes well, I think I'll be happy to play with him because he's my friend and I know we know each other. So play along him will be very nice, and I'll be very happy to. Yeah, of course. I think I'm still young. If I'm doing well over there, I think I'm giving everything to the club or everything out, and they are interested in Europe. I think we'll see what we do.
That's 20-year-old Christopher Bonsuba. You saw him impressed massively in his Black Stars debut against Nigeria and also against Trinidad and Tobago. He plays for Genk. They'll be playing Champions League football next season. But he's left all of that behind. He's going to Saudi Arabia. And he says that Al-Qassia have shown him the project. He loves the project. He's in love with the project. And he insisted that it's not because of money. So that's one of our 3 transfers that we'll talk about today. Danny K, let me get your thoughts on this. He's gone to Al-Qassia. He flew out yesterday. Lawrence Beidu caught up with him at the airport.
When you said he flew out yesterday, Lawrence Beidu, I thought you were going to say Lawrence Beidu went with him. I said,
So Lawrence got that interview before he left. I think not yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. So Wednesday night. So Danny K, he says that it's not because of money and that he loves the project. What do you know about the Al-Qassia project, by the way?
Oba is there.
Aubameyang
is there.
Yes, he's there.
The project is a Saudi project. It's not necessarily the team's project. It's a Saudi project. It's a top league which is steadily improving. A lot of eyeballs are getting there. In fact, to be frank, the Saudi league, the TV sponsorship deal,
right?
The Sub-Saharan Africa, we get to watch it even more than the Belgian league and these Scandinavian
Fact.
leagues. Yeah, we watch it live. So
it's more global.
Yeah, it's more global. The eyeballs are there. And to be frank, see, some of these things, you need to put yourself in the footballer's shoes. Okay. Me, I don't like narratives. Let's deal with the facts. His team is not in the Champions League. They are hoping to qualify for the Champions League next season. Mm-hmm. You look at his pay, you look at what happens in the Belgian league. There's no guarantee that he'll get that top move into one of the big teams in Europe. Mm-hmm. Now, even if he gets the top move into one of the big teams in Europe, there's no guarantee he will go there as a key player and be earning the big team salary and be playing week in, week out. He's just 20 years of age. He signed a 4-year deal. The rest of the world, when I say rest of the, I'm talking about the
West.
Serious footballing countries are showing that since this whole shift to Saudi, they've realized, look, if the quality players are playing there, they will still call them for national team duty. It doesn't really matter because they are looking at the level of the Saudi league. Look at you see, and the Saudi project is not just about the players. It's the coaches, backroom staff. So a lot of quality is going there, and slowly they are beginning to raise their level together, hand in hand.
Technical people like Mike Milano, and then
all
top people are there.
Top football administrators are all going there.
That's the word.
And they are raising the level. So we can all see the league is steadily growing. And if the league is growing steadily, and there's also some very good remuneration there, why not? Because the Saudi league is not, Belgian league is not better than the Saudi league. It's not. Genk ne Salke Bruges ne, it's not a better league than the Saudi league.
Name one quality defender in the Belgian league. Top of head.
Emerick Laporte is there.
Top of your head.
No, Belgium.
Say, I thought you had Saudi league. You thought Belgium.
No, Belgium.
Top defender.
Yes. No, top of mine are West Toma. Which one comes to mind? But if I ask you about Saudi,
we know them. The top boys are all there.
Koulibaly.
The top players are all there.
Laporte.
Emerick Laporte.
So in other words, you're saying that Bonsuba would actually be facing tougher defenders in Saudi
100%.
And will get better exposure.
100%.
Because no, it's true. You see, and the way Saudi have done it, they have spread PIF. They have spread the top players everywhere. So if I want to watch Benzema,
Al Ittihad.
If I want to watch your friend Al Hilal,
Mendy and Al
Hilal. If I want to watch Al Qaeda, Aubameyang is there.
Yeah. N'Golo Kante is at that.
If you want to watch Mahrez, El Etifak, then since you have to go.
This guy, Ivan Toney, then this people, they spread it. So there's quality all around. So they like, if I want to watch Aubameyang now, Bonsuba is also playing.
Quick.
So if somebody is looking out for Aubameyang and you catch eye, you've caught eye.
Right.
The Belgian league is it's for scouts. That's where the top teams go and fish out. Okay, 1-2. But even that one safe, no. You hardly see players from the Belgian league move directly to the top teams. They'll go to some mid-table team, prove themselves there before they make that jump. So there's a lot of ifs and uncertainty. Charlie, if you stay in that league, and to be frank, as I've said, the money is good. The top international managers in the world are still selecting players from there, are now selecting players from the Saudi league because there's quality. So there's no reason why if you go there and you are playing week in, week out and your numbers are good,
you shouldn't be in the national team.
You shouldn't be in the national team. And Otto, I know that Otto watches Saudi league. I know that Otto, he watches Saudi league.
Yeah, he watches on Star Times.
He watches. So if Otto is watching the league, you understand, and he's monitoring, and the top players.
Wait, Saudi league is on Star Times.
Oh yes. Every game, not selected matches, every match.
The whole league.
But that's what we watch for.
But where do you watch
for? Illegal streaming, stop it. See, Tahiru, Algeria's captain, is playing in this thing.
Mahrez.
Saudi.
Senegal's captain.
In fact, Senegal's 3 best players, they are playing there.
Mendy, Koulibaly.
They are top managers out. They are all playing there.
Portugal's captain
is playing. I even wanted to do it on an African level.
Serbia's
captain.
They are all there. All the captains are there. So for me, just the simple thing is, the European and Western world have done a very good job of dirtying the name of the Saudi league and the Gulf. It's like when you are going there, then your career is over. But to be frank, in the last 2 years, since Ronaldo went there, the narrative is changing. And one of the reasons he went there was to change that thing, that whole perception. Now, we had one of the best players in strikers in the English Premier League leave. The top teams in England wanted him. Ivan Toney got up and he went to Saudi.
Quick.
He's playing there. We saw
John Duran
left.
Aston Villa
Left in the middle of the season. The Diaby boy from
Musa Diaby.
people are living, and they are living in their prime. So for me, if Bonsuba is 20 and he has not yet hit his peak and he's signing a 4-year deal, at 24 when his contract is over,
he'll move to a bigger team in Al Hilal.
Quick.
But
or he can even come back. You see, the point is, we all work for money.
True.
Okay? We all work for money. The fact that somebody's work is your entertainment doesn't mean you decide where he goes to.
Thank you.
So, if he has sat down,
that applies to us too.
It applies to everybody.
Yes.
So if he has sat down with his family and they've looked at things and they've realized that the Saudi league for his career and his pocket is good, it is good.
Yes.
He should go and enjoy himself. And auto watch is what you still play for Ghana.
And you see, just before you come in, one of the biggest problems with those who have issues with that decision is that all of those people, I bet you that 99% of those people don't even watch him in the Belgium league.
They only do him in Unity Cup.
Yes. And on top of that, they are banking their hopes on ifs. In other words, our if he stays, ABR. So there's a lot of maybe. So you are banking your everything on hope that he would go on to become. What exactly would be a realistic ambition for Christopher Bonsuba? He would go
Champions League winner.
He would go on and become Champions League winner. And we have Champions League winners. Hold on. We have Champions League winners in this country. Ghana, in fact, we have the most Champions League winners in the history of the Champions League when it comes to African countries.
Right.
So we have a lot of them. So we know what a Champions League winner looks like. Okay, a massive respect to them. It's a great achievement, all right. But we have also have I was about to say that we also have so many others who have not won the Champions League, who are on the same pedestal here in this country as those who did. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Or even better. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, but you see, truth is, if you ball at a certain level and you're not just a part of a team that is winning the Champions League, but you really balled in that team and you're important, the opportunities you get post your career is also there. Somebody like Sami Kufuor. Sami Kufuor is usually respected in Africa because when he won the Champions League, he wasn't an ACN in that Chelsea team. He wasn't a Muntari in that Inter Milan team. Yeah. He was an Abedi Pele in that Marseille team. Yeah. Right? So there's a difference. So you hear players tell you, yeah, we won that title, but yeah, I'm happy, but I don't think I won it. I want to do it when I'm really part of it. So if you can make it to the very top, and you back yourself to make it to the very top, and you can be part of a team that can be successful, you are winning the leagues back to back, you are winning the Champions League, like Kufuor played in the final and lost against Man United, and then went and played again and won. Baller. But if, and again we are saying ifs, you are from the Belgian league, you are a Ghanaian. You see, I keep saying you're a Ghanaian because our players who are playing in these big leagues, they are doing well. There's so much against them. There's so much. They don't talk. They have so many things going against them. Look, on ability and talent, they are a lot better than several players that scouts put them on the table to discuss. But because they are from this part of the world, they will tell you, Charlie, the whole process is cumbersome for them to get paperwork set. So they will go for somebody whose work permits issue won't be difficult. It's not because of ball. You are slightly better, but it's marginal. So let's see. They go against so many. You know the number of players whose deals have not gone through simply because they are from Ghana. It's not a racial matter.
Africa safe.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not like a racial matter. It's a matter of law. It's a matter of immigration issues. It's a matter of like a lot of things go against them. So when you have the opportunity to get into those spaces, you weigh so many things. Look, Bonsuba might be talented, but a team in one of the big leagues will look at him and tell him that bringing him over won't be worth carrying another player of the same quality in the same league.
Yeah. Who is European born?
And everything. So a lot of things go into these things. And the point is, look, Belgian league and all those Norway and those people, they are only feeding off the success of England, Spain, Germany, and maybe the French football. Because Champions League, is these four countries. Belgium and things are not parts. If the Belgian league was being played in the same quality, the same everything was being played in the Gulf, would you have rated it? That's the first question. Why do you think the Belgian league is any league over the Saudi Pro League? Because it's being played in Europe.
That's all.
But the Europe, no, they are only feeding off the real guys in Italy, Spain, Germany, France, England. That is the deal. So if Bonsuba had turned down a move to say Arsenal, Arteta rates him so highly that he thinks he can give Saka competition.
But he's gone to Saudi instead.
Then I can say, ambition wise, what's up?
Yeah.
But if the guy is in, so for me, my whole question was,
The guy is in Belgium.
What were the
Nobody
options?
has come.
Thank you. What were the options on the table? If as we speak, they say, what are they can't talk? I don't go time. Like I don't say, if they say, maybe Bozzago give Labi about competition. Where I pause. But if Bozzago is 20 years, if a big club needs a player in his mode, he's not even going there to start, and he backs himself that once I get there, I will convince the coach that I'm the guy. Then we can start having that conversation. But as we speak, what were the offers on the table for him?
That's a fair question.
The only thing we know is that the Saudi guys came, or he was going to stay with Genk and help them qualify through Champions League. And
so maybe it was a choice between Genk and Alcacer.
Yeah. Genk, when they go to the Champions League, we know.
Genk are not in the Champions League this season.
That's when they go.
They are hoping to go
They are
next
playing
year.
qualifiers.
They are playing Europa League qualifiers.
You get it? So for me, look, going to the Saudi League, it's not bad for the boy. It's not a bad thing for the boy. I don't know what his personal ambitions are, but at the age of 20, if you can go to Saudi and deliver and prove yourself, you can come back to the big teams in Europe whenever you like, if you have a good agent. I hear John Durant have one comeback.
I just
Maximum came back to.
Yes, Maximum
from England. He came back.
Yeah. Right. So if you go and prove your worth there, Charlie, and look, when people are playing from this part of the world and they break through, they would have sacrificed so much. It means that the level of education you and I have had by sitting in the class when they were training, they wouldn't have it all. They would have sacrificed education to the level that you and I.
Of course.
They wouldn't have had to go to university. You can't play football in Ghana and be a university graduate and be a professional. How many of them? Or best year SS. It's the fact. Like you can't do the two. It's almost impossible in this part of the world.
Yeah.
Even in Europe, they don't. Maybe after school or when very few after school or when their careers about to end, they, like Chiellini, then they start. This guy
like Yusuf Chepsa. He has an MBA.
Yes. Credit to him and everything.
He started doing it towards the end of his career.
But this guy will look at his family. This guy will look at his community and be thinking that when else will I get this opportunity? Will it ever present itself? So even though he might have personal ambitions of playing in a big European team in the next 2 years, the offer on the table might change.
It's life changing.
It will realign his priorities. That this one, I'm doing it for the family, and he's not actually forfeiting anything.
Yeah. On top of that too, let's not forget that a lot of these players, you mentioned the issue of sacrifice. A lot of these players, before they got here, not just their own personal sacrifices, there are other people who sacrifice to get them there.
Yeah.
Those people also need their payday.
They depend on them.
They also need their payday. So let's say he came from Shooting Stars. Maybe the man has taken a loan to run that club up until the point where it's gotten to now. So he's hoping that he could get some money to pay back. Bonziba has been told that when we get the opportunity, we need to come and sort out all of these things that we sacrificed to get you there.
Even the Genk move he went, not all the money was received.
Exactly.
At Shooting Stars, because the agents who brokered the deal had more
than the club he played
exactly.
for. So it's a lot of dynamics involved. So all I can say is that we wish him all the best. And
but I wanted to add this.
Yes, that you know him better than anyone else. Because you deal with Shooting Stars a lot where he came from.
But I also want to add the fact that he's not the first young boy going to Saudi Arabia. There was this guy, Angelo Gabriel.
From Brazil.
He had 3 good seasons at Santos in Brazil. Chelsea heard of this boy that is a wonder kid who was playing on the wings and was dazzling and all that. They brought him to preseason in the US last summer. He did very well for them, but he was able to fit into the team. So we'll go on loan to Strasbourg. He goes to Strasbourg, does very well. And then Al Nassr heard of him. And straight he goes to Cristiano Ronaldo in the Saudi League. And he's played more than almost 20 games this season for them. So he is now 20 years. He even went when he was much younger.
Yeah.
He's now 20 years playing in the Saudi Pro League. So if Bonsu is going there, it's not a big deal that he's thrown away a huge career potential. No, it's highly competitive as well. So he deserves all the applause. And when he was at Shooting Stars, he had to spend so much money to secure a trial for them at Sheffield United in England. And this trip took the entire team. All the players were they took them from bad plane, bassed them from Wembley all the way to Sheffield United, and that was huge expenses that was made. And only a few of them from that squad have been able to rise, and Ba is one of them. So if we've spent so much money these years to get you that kind of exposure, and today you have the chance to make good money so that the club
give back.
Yes, your nurturing club can make some good money back. It's wonderful.
Even forget about nurturing club, they'll make money. Even Genk, when would they ever sell a player for 35? How much is the money?
I think something around that.
35 million.
Yeah.
Euros. Genk. Who will buy their player for 35 million?
You're right. And and sometimes you wonder because, and this is just me throwing something in the air. I'm not entirely convinced, but do you have a suspicion that perhaps all of this became what it is, and the value all shot up after those 2 matches?
Oh yeah,
Very
highly possible.
Very
No,
possible.
because I was in the stadium that day when he played 2 games.
Yeah.
The first one against Nigeria, he came on, but the one he started against Trinidad and Tobago was fantastic. Anytime he got onto the ball, it was and the guys who were sitting behind in the stands were all asking, who is this number 22 guy? Everybody was asking, because anytime he gets the ball, there's danger. Runs on the flanks, crosses this, and he had the pace, the energy. You could see that he was desperate to do something, and everybody was asking, who's the number 22 guy? Who's the number 22 guy?
Otto know about it.
And I
But
think
the way Otto played the boy in the 2 games,
and
you don't say.
Yeah.
and I think that you all know what I'm getting at in terms of by asking that question. It means that ultimately that the national team football is still very valuable, and that's why a lot of players still value national team selection. They're always calling journalists, always calling agents, always calling people as national team. This one is playing well, Charlie. The national team. And sometimes you sit down and sometimes you wonder. It's like national team, no pedal, but.
National team.
Exactly.
National team.
Exactly.
At a point, before you even get to England to play in the English Premier League, they want to know your value.
Yes.
How many national team caps you've had.
I
You
think
don't even need to play.
Yeah. Have you been
part of-
called?
Yeah.
U17, were you
Yeah.
there? U20, U20. You are not that U17, U20. So you're not. No,
You're not good enough.
So in this case, we can say Bonsubano, he owes the Blasters.
Oh yeah, he owes us. He owes us big time.
So next time we call him, he should run. No excuses. Anyway, let's talk about another one. One that certainly knows how to run.
Energy.
Why are you laughing?
My player.
Kamaldeen Sulemana.
Yeah, man.
17 million euros, Atalanta, 4 million in add-ons, 4-year contract. He's leaving Southampton. Thoughts?
Yeah. Look, I didn't think he had to go down with Southampton to the championship this time. He's been there. I thought he struggled. He was never fit enough when he was there. And in the Premier League, even though he saw a lot of games, I'm not going to say his game had moved to a level where I'm thinking there's a settled potential. Anytime I watch him, I see a potential in there. But I just think that it's still a rough potential. It's still not necessarily been fine-tuned, right? But the manager who is buying him at Atalanta is a manager who worked with him at Southampton, Ivan Juric. So there might be things he would have seen about his ability that he likes. I like Ivan Juric. I think he's a good coach and everything. I would have only wished that this deal, when it happened for Atalanta, it was Gianpiero Gasperini who was the manager. Because Gasperini has a knack of turning players who seem to be failing or have failed. And I tweeted this yesterday, that I wish it was under Gasperini, because when players seem to genuine quality players, like, they are good, everybody knows their ability, but when they make a step up, they don't click it. When he brings them into Atalanta, he creates an environment for them to thrive, and all of a sudden turn them into what many people consider as world class. We've seen it for Scamacca. When he left Serie A for West Ham, it didn't work for him. He came back to Atalanta. he turned him into a world-class striker until his ACL. We've seen Ademola Lookman. We've seen several players, like, they've come into the team and they are balling. Like, these are players who didn't thrive in other places, but when you get into him, he has a way of making them play. And when I see Kamaldeen Sulemana play as well, some of the attributes he's got reminds me of what Ademola Lookman looked like. And all of a sudden, Ademola Lookman, who was a proper wide player, can go down the middle, and then he could be a wide player. But all of that is what if. Now he's going into a league, in a Serie A league that, to be honest, it helps players who play like him, who have got the pace and the skill. Because what the Serie A really is that every player thinks a lot. It's very tactical. Like, it's like,
it's not like England.
When I'm the wing back and Danike is the winger, we have a personal battle. There's a tactical chess between Danike and I, and then there's a team tactical chess. The coaches are doing it. What he has, if he can buy into what the coach is going to do in the Serie A, is that he also has a special ability which is unpredictable. Right? He's very unpredictable. So he's not going to be boxed into, any mechanism if he's going to be given the freedom to play. And I think in the Serie A, the game is not as fast as its pace it's expansive and everything, but I still don't think it's as fast as the Premier League. And with his quality and with his pace, I think that it can be devastating if he can improve the cutting edge in his game. His crossing, when to shoot, when to pass, when to cross, when not to shoot, and he can make his end product a bit more efficient. Then I think that Serie A could be a place for him. And if he does well at Atalanta, we know what the potential next moves could be for him. It could be an Inter Milan, it could be a Juventus, or back to a big team in England.
I think the big issue is the fact that Gasperini has left.
Down they pay me, pal.
Yeah. Ivan Juric, I don't know.
Some way.
The record he's a good man manager and everything, but can he keep Atalanta at the level that Gasperini kept them at? Because that's where he's going to be marked.
But since Torino,
Juric, that
But I am thinking about the option he's choosing, because he had a lot of offers. So Leeds came calling. So at a point, Benfica, one of the agents called, and somehow I was caught into the whole thing. So I had to call this management. So I had to call his management, and then they made it clear that they were discussing with a lot of teams in England, in Italy, and even in Germany. So Leeds was the first from England who are coming back to the Premier League. So you leave. Well, he's been in the Premier League. He doesn't want to be in there again with Leeds who are coming new. So I'm going away. But I felt, what if you try another go at the English Premier League with Leeds, who are fairly a different style of play and approach compared to where you were at Southampton. He let that go. Benfica was also another option from Portugal. You let that go as well. And then in Germany, Leverkusen also came calling. So you want to go to Italy, Atlanta. So my
and last year he was linked to Ajax, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So if you are choosing Atlanta over all these other options, then there should be a specific reason. So maybe I know this coach.
Trusts the coach, because I always thought that for
Kamaldeen,
the next move was going to be key. Like, he can't afford to make this. Another move for me I never really understood, especially at the time. They were a struggling team. It was
I think we all just knew they were going down.
Mid-season, they were going down. Then he made the move. I always thought that the next one was going to be key and very important, and I hope he's made the right choice.
Is this Sian that still represents him, or was it?
What?
I think he's also changed his management.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I was asking the guy.
Sian was the one who was still representing him.
No. Adamu, one guy. He's based in Italy as well. So maybe that could be a link to it.
Or maybe he was a third-party agent to the deal.
Yeah,
you never know. Anyway, so all the best to Kamaldeen Sulemana. All the best to Kamaldeen Sulemana. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM. It's proudly brought to you by Petrosol, Platinum Energy, and Betway. Let me tell you about Betway. The Betway is calling the attention of all the Aviator fans. This is your final boarding call to take to the skies and become Ghana's Aviator legend, exclusive to Betway. Take on the challenge, and if you're the best in the game, you will be crowned the winner of a sky-high 500,000 Ghana City cash prize. Plus, you will get guaranteed free flights daily when you play Aviator every day until the 30th of June. Get way more at betway.com.gh today. Terms and conditions, of course, apply as always. Also, Our Energizing Dreams promo. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Now, for the past 10 years, Petrosol Platinum Energy celebrated with you in the Energizing Dreams promo. We poured joy into your journeys and rewarded your loyalty and shared in your aspirations. But as the sun rises on a new day, so too does a new chapter for Petrosol Platinum Energy. I beg your pardon. While the anniversary celebrations have concluded, our promise remains unwavering to be your trusted partner on every road in every endeavor. Petrosol Platinum Energy, triple ISO certified, multiple award winning with over 100 stations nationwide. We continue to deliver the quality fuels and lubricants you depend on. We remain committed to energizing your dreams, fueling your progress, empowering Ghana's growth. Our tagline says it all. Petrosol, energizing dreams. It's not just a slogan, it's our enduring commitment to you. Visit any of our over 100 stations across Ghana and experience the Petrosol difference. Quality you can trust, service you can rely on. Petrosol Platinum Energy, still energizing your dreams today and always. But let me tell you about a couple of other things as well. This Go TV is here this June. We've got something great for you this month. If you're looking to make movie time an enjoyable experience, then look no further than the Mnet Movies Channel 4. Mnet Movies 4 is on channel 150 with classic movies guaranteed to make you laugh louder and bring out your inner child. Mnet Movies 4 is guaranteed to lift your spirits. It's a perfect blend of action, comedy, and drama with movies such as Fast and Furious, Ocean's 8, Bridget Jones' Baby, and Fall. You can also enjoy classics such as the Shrek movies, Mr. Bean's Holiday, Nanny McPhee, and Naughty Professor. There's something for everyone in the family, and they get to enjoy it all from the sofa on the go with the Go TV stream. Of course, you can reconnect by dialing *759# *759# and get reconnected and enjoy all of the action on Go TV. Now, also, the Joy Sports Invitational is back, guys. Drum roll. Yes, for all of you, listen, guys, we're officially launching on Monday, but the Joy Sports Invitational is back. It's on August 9, 2025 at the University of Ghana Stadium. So get ready. There will be lots of activities again this year. Swimming, table tennis, 5-kilometer race walk, Masters 50-meter dash, CEO's penalty, football, mixed relays, volleyball, draught, so much more. You can register. Companies are signing up already very quickly. Just call Sleving on 0540 106466 0540 106466 or visit the Joy FM front desk, pick up a form and fill it if you prefer. But I'll just advise you to call him and he'll take you through the registration process. Sign up your company today, we beg. Don't say that there's time. Then when the time comes, because last year we had a lot of numbers, this year you don't come early. Oh, my cut the numbers at some point. So please sign up as quickly as possible. Mark your calendars. It's on the 9th of August at the Legon Stadium. The Joy Sports Invitational is, of course, powered by Joy Sports, and we're playing always for peace. Now, get your dancing shoes and handkerchiefs ready for an unforgettable praise as well. Joe Metal Ministries is presenting its annual Praise Reloaded concert. It's dubbed the Festival of Gratitude. Praise Reloaded 2025. It's going to be the most memorable edition just yet. Ministering alongside Minister Joe Metal will be Nathaniel Bassi from Nigeria, Ntokozo Mbambo from South Africa, and Akesi Brimpong, and a host of other and a host of other ministers as well. It's happening on Sunday, the 29th of June. That's this weekend. 29th of June. The venue is the Elwa Sports Stadium. Gates will open at 1 p.m. and the event kicks off at 3 p.m. The rate is absolutely free. And you're free. Just make sure to register first, though, at joemetalmusic.com to secure your seat. All right. Media partner, of course, is Joy Entertainment and is powered by Reverb Studios. Winston Amwa has also decided to walk in here. He heard about the Cristiano Ronaldo numbers, and the man has not been a happy guy the whole of today. I don't know why he's making somebody's money make you sad. I have seen your legs. It's not like if you had started when you were born, cry. So there's no need to feel bad because from the beginning you were not capable.
Oh no, but you go through discuss. See.
Are you saying discuss because of his stomach?
No, it's I beg you.
Have you seen the discuss prowess?
I said his stomach. Why are you?
You said his stomach.
I said his stomach.
Okay.
I said his arm. You said his stomach.
We say
Oh, thank you. But I thought we had an agreement this morning
There's no argument.
that since I am older than you, and you are still very active, we can slash your age by say 15. You go.
Then you manage him.
I'll manage you. As for me, I've given up, and there's no way I can play football. I mean, come on. But I also don't want to force my son to play football.
Yeah.
You see, you don't want to look at Ronaldo. But like I told you in the morning, as you came to accompany some of the people. But it's good. I've been listening to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the Saudis have a plan. They have a better plan than China. China,
Yeah, for sure.
Their
China
plan is
failed.
better than China.
For sure.
I think it's their plan is also better than that of the US, because the US actually went for players who were ending their career.
Yeah.
While Ronaldo's career is ending, you can actually see that after Ronaldo, a lot of young players went in there,
Yeah.
and they were high-profile players. And it's not like the US situation where you had very old players going in there, and it just didn't work for them. So they're doing something great.
I like that, and listen, as for the Saudi example, I think maybe one day we should dedicate a whole show just to discuss what they've done, because it's not just the players they are bringing into the league, it's also their investment in various leagues, in various sporting franchises here and there. So many they're buying through the PIF, the Public Investment Fund. Saudi are investing massively into several franchises, and they're diversifying their money. So it's because they also understand that the oil is not forever.
You see?
So this is a much larger economic plan as well as a social one.
You see, without sounding like we're on the Super Morning Show, you made a very good point, and it is because they are thinking.
Yes.
It's because they've realized.
Yes.
And look, these are countries that are run by, persons, Islamic laws most of the time. But what they've realized is that there's life beyond all of these. Okay? So what do? Qatar's shown their way.
Yes.
They hosted the World Cup.
Yeah.
They brought people into the country. It was a huge boost to the Qatari economy. So what do you do if you are big brother Saudi Arabia? You have to do same. And if you have to do same, you have to do same by, first of all, this is the point. They are hosting the World Cup in 2034. It's 9 years away. Now, if you get all these players coming into your country, what it will do is that it would promote football.
Yes.
If
First
it
and
promotes
foremost, exactly.
football, you're going to have young people who will be interested in football.
Absolutely.
Young people who are going to model their playing skills or style according to these senior superstars. What you would have is that you have a better situation than the Qatar example, where they had to go around everywhere getting players who didn't perform. Because even though they were getting ready for the World Cup, they didn't themselves build the football culture within their country. The Saudis are building the football culture. So don't be surprised that in 2034, you not have a Saudi Arabia that would just play at the first round and exit. They could go to the second round, get to the quarterfinals, because they're going to have the country appreciating football. And you have very young players who by then, so 9 years from now, it's such a long time.
It is a long time. Listen, and we're talking about the PIFs. You mentioned the fact that the Saudis are thinking, the Public Investment Fund that they're using to do this, because that's what is bankrolling the Saudi league the way it is. They are paying Al Nasser, Al Hilal, like they're the ones enabling them to sign all these players. That's what George said at the beginning. It's a Saudi project. They're spreading the players around. It's not just one team. And these guys are also buying clubs abroad. They own 80% of Newcastle, as I mentioned. That is in sports. They also launched the Live Sport. The Live Sport that is rivaling the PGA. They own that. In finance, they've invested in Uber. They were one of the early investors of Uber. They've invested in Lucid Motors. They are in Blackstone, SoftBank Vision Fund. They have invested in Amazon, Meta, that is the Facebook parent company, and Alphabet. They have holdings in all of these companies in the US stock exchange the US stock market. They have investment in Aramco, obviously. Arabian, yeah, exactly. That's DS. It's crazy.
And you see
how much they've spread the money around.
And you see, this is smart investment. But if I were to come back to football, I'll tell you this: how many of us were interested in the Saudi League until these players started going there? Very soon, rise to the Saudi League becomes a huge thing. Everybody would want to watch what is happening in the Saudi Pro League. And the moment we want to watch the Saudi Pro League, what happens? Look, we all do know that when it comes to quality players, the English Premier League may not be the best. But the hype alone is enough to drive the English Premier League. Today, all of us would want to watch the English Premier League. In fact, even the El Clasico, they will time the English Premier League just to be sure that you don't go competing with the big matches. You're afraid because
the English will hype Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth as if
because listen, if the English they can convince you that David Beckham was one time the best player in the world, what can they sell to you? I rest my case.
Winston Amwa.
No, but does Winston watch the Saudi Pro League?
He does.
Do you watch it?
Yes, Winston watches everything. Winston, do you not watch it?
See, this morning I was telling Fentio that yes, I watch it because my son tells me that every time you are watching football, sometimes I want to see what these players are doing. The the Sadio Mane, the Benzema, the Ronaldo.
Kante.
But my brother, you can't help it. Football is such that you get to watch certain players. You want to know what's happening.
You know why I asked you that question?
Why?
He wants to know where you watch it so that he can say that it's on Star Times.
So I can give you a full kit right now. I can give you a decoder Star Times full kit right now, so you can watch it.
I will take it.
Thank you. Your son can watch it and also draw the interest of playing.
His son is complaining you are not here. Daddy, why are you always watching football?
But there's cartoons also on our Star.
Yes.
My son.
Yes.
My son, I want to. The mother wants him to play football.
Okay.
I am not sure whether he wants to. No, I don't. Why do you want to force him to play?
There's variety of things he can learn from the box, so don't worry. His mother will appreciate it.
You bring it.
Thank you.
I'll let him. I'll take him to Fentio.
Okay.
If he couldn't learn how to play football, at least he can help my son play.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amwa. Thank you for trusting me with your son.
But your age, let's reduce it by 15.
No problem.
Drogba was old when he.
How did you know this?
That's true.
What kind of allegation is that?
Even Jackson is playing football.
What do you mean, even Jackson?
Because he's old.
See,
he's not old.
Nicholas Jackson is old.
He's 22 or something.
24. That's his football age.
24.
Minus 10. Plus 10, sorry.
I will not tolerate that.
No, but I will end on this note.
I will not tolerate that.
No, I'll end on this note.
Yes.
This Black Stars goalkeeper, Olele.
Obeka Toliana.
Dabi.
Okay.
Olele.
Yes.
Actually married at the age of 17, right?
Yes. I don't know that, but I take your word for it. You don't lie.
Olele, no, I wouldn't lie to
you.
Olele in 2006 was 28 years.
When we were going to the World Cup?
Yes, and had been married for 11 years.
Okay.
Now, think about Olele 11 years before that, when he was playing for Olympics and teams in Ghana. Was he 17 years?
About 17, is it legal to have
you ask yourself.
So
you're saying that the math is not mathing.
Oh, and I know Black Star players who were younger than Olele, but had children who were 7 years older than Olele's child.
And that one can't happen.
Oh, he had a child when he was 10 years. Is it what? So don't worry. You just train. Okay?
Anything is possible.
We'll slash the age. And then you go anyway, see if we take Danny K for instance and say he's 20 years.
I know, but Danny K can play at 74. 5 different tournaments too.
I go fit player.
When we say
Danny
20.
Yeah.
Don't believe us.
Yeah.
We'll shave the mustache, everything, and we'll let him play.
They said there was a famous story from Nigeria. Taiwo has a twin sister. When the twin sister was celebrating her 30th birthday, Taiwo's age was 22.
Yeah, I heard that story.
Yeah.
But I actually have I am not permitted to mention the guy's name. An ex-player of the Black Stars, whose son, per his age, he was actually about 5 or 7 years when he had his son.
Okay.
Very
Okay. His age.
Yes.
If you do the math with the son's age.
Yes.
very prolific.
Yeah.
Please.
Alright,
In this part of the world, we believe in miracles.
Anything happen. But it's no longer a secret anyway, because what's his name? Charles Taylor came out to say it, right? He said he personally was way older than 70.
He didn't need to tell us.
Look, bro,
we need.
they talk to at this place. They talk to us, but some of the things we can't see.
You can't see.
I invited this. It's a huge guy. Came to the show. We are doing his profile. We slap his profile there. His age. At the time, we say he's 40, and it's like, so that's offset because it's be rolling. It's like it's rolling, and it's like, hey, must be 8 to 10 years.
But you picked that from the internet.
And I'm like, yeah, to 8 to 8 on the way. Charlie, 10. The guy is 50 at the time we slapped that in there. So 10 years.
Yeah,
so they speak to us by some of the things, and we can understand football is changing and changing quickly. But at the time, I could understand why they do that.
Of course.
Right? But now, to play long, to help the country, to help yourself,
it's not good for you.
It's not good for you.
Let's talk about somebody who is 32. All right. Let's talk about somebody who is actually 32. Thomas Partey is off. Arsenal said they can't give him the money he's asking for, so therefore he should pack his bags and go. And Thomas says, okay, no problem, thank you very much, I'm leaving. And it's caused massive uproar on the internet. Arsenal fans are fighting among themselves. Right? The pro Thomas should have stayed. The club is useless and they are hopeless and they are visionless. And then there is the other, good riddance. He can't stay fit. For all these seasons, how many matches has he played? He's only got one consistent season. He wants big money. He can get out of here. So the fan base are split in their conversation around this Thomas one. They cannot find an agreement.
But I think the narrative that I don't know whether it was the English portals who put that narrative out there, but they made it seem as though Thomas claims Thomas had a good season and he wants to make more money out of Arsenal from the new contract. And so that was the narrative, and now they were making like, yo, go and sign the contract. You can't hold us to ransom because you've had a good season. But somehow he's also claiming that he had a conversation with Arteta, and Arteta made it clear to him that yes, you're a good player, all right, but you've not been as consistent as we wanted you to be. Injury issues. And I think in one of the interviews he granted during this summer, he made mention that now he's grown and he's become more responsible. That's how come even his injury issues have reduced, because he's not doing things he would have done when he was much younger, roaming about, going to town and shopping and having all the fun, and all those allegations that came surrounding his name and all those things that was not good PR for the club. So now he thinks he's a better player. He's married or he has a family, so now he's more responsible, and that's how come he had a good season. So maybe he's a changed man now. Allow him to continue his good form, give him the what he wants, and let him play football at Arsenal. Because he admitted that he's matured now and he's now committed to play good football.
Come on.
So my question would be, the man
if you don't answer the question.
You finish. So now I want to ask Daniki a question.
Okay.
Daniki, you are a massive Arsenal aficionado. So I want to go. I won't say you're a fan. You understand. Where do you stand in this? Were the club right to let him go if they couldn't find an agreement, or you think they should have gone overboard to give him whatever he wanted or was requesting because he had a great season? Or are you one of those that thinks that perhaps he should have been a bit measured in his demands to make sure that there was a contract agreement? Because one thing is clear. Both parties wanted for Thomas to sign. Yeah. Thomas wanted to sign. The club wanted him to sign. The problem was they couldn't find an agreement. Yeah. So they've gone both ways. Where's your stand on this? Because people don't just want to let it go.
Look, football-wise, I think I really wish he stayed for Arsenal, because Zubimendi coming in, Jorginho, who was back up to Partey, going out. Obviously spent on Zubimendi the wages they are paying him. They are signing him as a starter. And that is the reason why Arsenal wanted Partey to take a pay cut to become the number 2. But when you have quality of that level, Zubimendi and Partey in one team, you don't necessarily have a designated number 1 or number 2. You know that whoever plays on it any day, the quality level is still maintained or even increased. So that's where I wanted Arsenal to have both options in Partey and Zubimendi in the team. But unfortunately, it couldn't happen. Now, looking at this from the club's point of view, I understand why Partey is gone. You don't make decisions like this based on emotions and feelings. You use facts, figures, consistency. When Partey came in, and many people forget, Partey was Arteta's marquee signing, his first marquee signing. When Partey
50
came,
million, 50 was a lot of money.
The first summer transfer window when Arteta took the job, and Arteta said Partey was a key.
He was
to Arsenal, yes, to Arsenal playing the way he wanted them to play. He didn't have any midfielder in that current team or the team that he took over that could play that role the way he wanted it to. So Partey was the key. And to be frank, from the moment he stepped on the pitch, the first season, we could see exactly what Arteta wanted him to do. And Arteta's identity all of a sudden started becoming more clearer in people's minds, because what we saw in that half season was a very counter-attacking Arsenal team that went all the way and won the FA Cup final. They were sitting back against Chelsea, sitting back against Man City. A Partey walks in the following season, all of a sudden they are turning into this possession-centered team. So it was very clear he was very important. Now that's first point. Second point is Arsenal clearly have an obsession for the Premier League. When you look at the project Arteta is building, the Premier League is the main competition they are looking to get. Now, if you sign your marquee, you bring in your marquee signing, he's part of the top 3 earners of the team when he walks into the team. And in the 5 years he's played for the club, he's only starting 50. And let me put it this way: he's fit to start 57% of the matches in the league. That's not good enough.
Yeah, 57.
That's not good enough. That's bit part player level. That's like a
just about half.
Just about half.
Yeah.
And that's almost unforgivable. Like, you can't have a player this important,
this expensive,
this important, who is playing
a player this important to your style.
Right.
So if you know they beans,
and he's starting just 57% of games. Now let me tell you why this is more serious. Remember a couple of years ago, I didn't understand why Arsenal were not going into the market to get a player like Thomas Partey. Now when you have somebody so expensive and somebody who is eating a chunk of your wage budget, season in, season out, you sign him for 5 years. Now it's very difficult to sell him when he's not fit, so you have to play him. It's also difficult to get, and you see, in the past couple of years, we've seen how very expensive players of this profile are. We saw Caicedo cost over 100 million. Enzo cost over 100 million.
Rice
Lavia was over 50 million. Liverpool had to go 2 seasons without a player like that, and they were trying. Bicetit came. Right now, if McAllister way, he try play that, and that's not even his, but he's had to sort of fit into that role. We saw Man City go for a long time, and we're just waiting for the season Rodri will get injured. They couldn't find a proper replacement. Calvin Phillips came, and this one come, and plenty.
They had to use John Stones there.
They had to use John Stones there at a point.
Then
Nico Gonzalez to challenge some way. They are very rare and very difficult to find and very expensive. So if you already have one and you have the player is eating up a chunk of your budget, you are forced to pray and hope and invest everything you can to make sure that he's fit. When Odegaard and Saka and what's his name, Gabriel and Saliba are going for international assignment, they don't go with doctors. They carry their bag and they go. It is only Partey who is so in. No, seriously. Yeah. Gabriel also has injury issues, but when he's going to Brazil, they don't take doctor. If he gets hurt, he should get hurt.
But Thomas, they will assign a doctor.
They will assign a doctor, and all that is cost.
It is cost.
Thomas's training schedule, all these things had to be changed and altered to make sure that he was fit, and that's a lot of money going into. Already the 50 million you paid, already the 250, later altered to 200 million now, 200,000 that he was earning a week. So when you look at it at the end of the 5 years, now this is somebody you signed at 26 when he was supposed to be fit. This is somebody who has admitted that his lifestyle was also part of the reason why he was getting certain injuries. Now at 31, if you want to sign, and let's understand it from the class point of view, Arsenal were not giving Partey the contract extension for him to be the number one. He's now 31. They've brought in Zubimendi, who is 26. Zubimendi is trying to break into the Spanish national team. In fact, over the last year, since Rodri was injured, he's the one who's had that position for himself. So Zubimendi is not a small boy. The only reason why he didn't go to Real Madrid was Madrid were not willing to pay that amount of money. But Zubimendi is now at Arsenal. And we also know the relationship between Arteta and the Sociedad, and he has a very good relationship with them. So he used that to get his man. Zubimendi is coming in. Zubimendi is also earning a high amount of money. Now, if you have a fair understanding of how these budgets and wage, something has to give. Yeah. You've signed a 26-year-old who is coming into the club, who is giving you more of a guarantee in terms of consistency. You know that more times he will be fit. Partey at 31, if at 26 the guy couldn't play.
I said 32. You keep reducing it by one.
Will be 32. When you did 32, I feel as if
but right now they're chopping birthday couple of.
Oh yeah, okay. 32, yeah. So a 32-year-old Partey, and you see, they were offering
at this point. Those figures are important. Those numbers are important.
Yeah, very, very important.
But fine wine.
31 and 32.
Fine wine. It's not fine wine. Yeah. We've seen Pello doing very well at old age. We've seen Ronaldo for years doing very well.
Yeah. He was 30.
Yeah.
We saw the form, the difference between 30 and 31.
Pepe doing very well at 38.
See,
Sergio Ramos.
Oh, sorry, don't mention his name. See, at 32, it's a huge gamble for us now if they are going to keep paying him the money they are paying for an extra 2 years. Now, within those 2 years, Arsenal also do some calculations. Ghana is playing in a very important World Cup qualification. They are on top of their group, and it looks very likely that Ghana will qualify for the World Cup. With a player like Partey, who is very important to club, very important to country, if he stayed and they are going to continue paying him the money they were paying him, he's going to play from August. Season ends, has a 2-week break or sometimes 1 week break. Go to the World Cup with Ghana. Go and play with Ghana. Expanded World Cup means more games. You play with Ghana, go on a small break, come back, start of the season. So for the next 2 years, he's going to be playing back to back. And for them, financially, it really doesn't. It doesn't make sense. And there's no guarantee that he will even be fit. Now, if something happens to Zubimendi, what's the guarantee that Partey will be there? Because we saw that a huge chunk of when Jorginho came, Jorginho was the backup. But by the time the season was ended, Jorginho was the guy. Because Partey was never there. Over 5 years, you can't pick 2 out of the 5 years in terms of consistency in the league and say that is enough. And I think Arsenal have looked at this thing and it doesn't make financial sense. Even footballing sense. You can't plan with somebody who is that injury prone. So I understand why the club is letting him go. Now this is why I don't understand Thomas Partey. Unless he has another deal in Europe that is willing, or another club in Europe that is willing to pay him the amount of money that Arsenal was going to pay. I'm wondering, because once he leaves Arsenal and he leaves the Premier League, he's not going to get close to that amount. No team in Europe, the Italy and things, we know the wage structures in Italy.
Barcelona, because that's the latest transfer rumor.
But he will not get more at Barca than he's getting at.
No, he well could, because he's going to come as a free agent, which means transfer fee is gone. If they negotiate well, they are not paying him a lot of money on signing on, and that could be spread across his salary. Barcelona is a very high paying team. The question then will be if they've got space to register him as, but we know they've been able to circumvent all of that.
No, that's because players have had to, and the new contracts they've signed since the financial trouble have not necessarily reflected the.
But you two go do some.
That's what I'm saying. That there's no guarantee. See, there's no guarantee he will earn the same 200,000.
Oh, he might, but he might not be receiving it at a go, because he might have to defer some and other things like other players have done. Yeah, but I largely, very largely agree with Danny K. Look, if I'm speaking as a Ghanaian, Arsenal, the guy was great for you last season. You don't rate him. You've never showed support. Look, in the last 2 years, 2.5 years or 3 years, Arsenal have shown great support to Thomas Partey.
I agree.
In many, many ways.
I agree.
That I don't even want to get into. Mikel Arteta and the club has actually deliberately protected Thomas Partey. They have, in many ways, when he's been fit, right, he's been crucial to them. But when you want to beat City, beat Liverpool, if Partey wasn't Ghanaian, this conversation would have been way easier. Exactly. Like it would have been the easiest thing to even discuss. But because he's Ghanaian and there's
some sentimentalism.
But me, you say my feelings, no, it doesn't go like that. So I'll say it the way it is. Look, Partey is crucial to them. But if Arsenal are willing to invest in this, what Arsenal are trying to do, they want Zubimendi to be the guy, and Partey to be Jorginho.
Yeah.
Now, for Partey's responsibility to be reduced in the team, he has to match his wages.
Yeah, he has to earn less.
Partey feels he's played his best football since he left Atletico Madrid.
True.
In the season that has ended. It's facts. So he still feels that he can be important to the team. So from Partey's viewpoint, I can understand. Maybe Partey doesn't even agree that he has to be second fiddle to Zubimendi.
There's also that.
But Zubimendi truly only about Partey. There is that.
That one today.
So Partey thinks that, look, I've not been fit previously, but
now
I know why I wasn't fit. I agree with everything that Nike has said. Everything that Nike has said is 100%. I'm saying same, but I'm only speaking from the viewpoint of Thomas.
Yeah.
I am Thomas. I'm better than Zubimendi. It's not even up for debate. If Partey is Spanish and they call Zubimendi and Partey to the Spanish national team,
Partey will play.
Partey run
yes.
Zubimendi bench quick. Now Zubimendi is coming to the team. He's younger. You're paying him money. All of that. I don't care. It's your negotiation with Zubimendi. That shouldn't affect me, Thomas.
Yes.
The negotiation with me, because I was about your best player from last season. And when I play, everybody sees the difference. That is Thomas. So I'm not even accepting that Zubi will start and I'll be on the bench. Again, I'm also accepting that I have to cut my wages because I've not accepted that I'll be on the bench. So that could be where the disagreements are. But then he asks a very important question. If you won't take a cut, and we also don't know by how much Arsenal were asking him to cut it. If you won't take a cut, then where else? But you see, I still think Partey is so good that now that teams know that Thomas will be with their club, teams can start realigning or reassessing their decisions on some players and
their wage structure to bring him in.
And some players want to sign.
He's worth that.
Look, if I'm Real Madrid, I'm thinking twice. Quick. If I'm Real Madrid and we are talking about Stella guy there. If I'm thinking, look, right now we are busy. Some big clubs are busy. They are playing Club World Cup. They want to make that dough. When the Club World Cup is done, and then teams can now breathe, Thomas, I'm sure, knows he will enter a big club because that is his standard. That is his level. If Thomas in negotiation can show them, 2 years ago, this is why I wasn't fit. That injury is gone.
So
that
for
problem
you,
is gone.
Your preference for Thomas would be a place like Real Madrid. Let's also look at. So that's what we.
That is his level. No, that's his level.
Not even the level in terms of a team structure. You think that's because I feel Modric is.
He's leaving Milan.
They don't really have a controller in there, do they?
And the rumor has been that the coach Alonso wants somebody in that mood.
Yeah, Thomas is perfect.
See,
the Spanish league is perfect.
If Pep knew that Partey will be available,
like, take Nico.
You know, sign Nico, or you don't bring Rangers.
I think one of the reasons or one of the dynamics working against perhaps Thomas move to Real is the Atletico factor. And not that
for who?
No, hold on. For him,
Thomas
is a very loyal guy in that respect. Yeah, like in that respect.
That one also there.
No. Yeah, no. When he left Atletico,
coming back.
I mean, you saw his interview with Kafwide, right?
Yeah.
You listen to the.
You know me, Morata. They go.
Wait.
Morata no, come
Wait.
But Morata no, he go to Como. He go Como.
Fence, relax. He hasn't received the call from the Don yet. It's your car stories.
Do Arsenal really want to win the Premier League or not? Because if Arsenal wants to win the Premier League, you need a good squad. Like you need a quality in every position. Yes. So if you want to win the Premier League and you have Partey and Zubimendi, that's good for you because you have the option to choose. And bear in mind, the season is very long. Yeah. After the Club World Cup, some of the players might be jaded, and you need some.
They are not part, so they
but
jaded.
You have a long season. There's Champions League, there's FA Cup, there's Carabao Cup, there's Premier League. So you have a long season
and
to play.
Also, if Partey has injury problems, if his game time is going to be reduced, then possibly he's not good. If it's about load on him, because we knew Arsenal somebody couldn't play him 2 games in a week. But now Arsenal can go into a Champions League game and Mendy will rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's somebody who will lose, but they will lose. Arsenal will lose. Like
exactly.
Guys, I want to ask a quick question. We have to leave now. Lyon have been relegated to League 2 for financial troubles. What should Neoma do?
Oh, you should win the appeal.
Oh, but they win the appeal. You know what PSG has done? So PSG owe them some money for the Bakula deal.
Yes.
PSG are saying that we are paying your money now, so that to help your books. So when you go for the appeal,
because they know that the league needs Lyon.
Oh yeah,
the league needs Lyon.
Yeah. So PSG are doing for buying it to Dortmund.
Thank you very much for coming. Yeah.
Thank you.
You said you have Saudi League on Star Times.
Yeah,
Club
and
World
the
Cup.
FIFA Club World Cup is currently playing.
Okay.
The best rates available also Star Times as well. So I just Winston is here. I'm going to discuss that with him. He needs his son to be abreast with the quality football that's ongoing, so that he can make some money from future proceeds.
Eli Kondo from Star Times. You people, you didn't sign the GFA deal. Next week, come back here. Let's talk about that. Have you paid their money?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, we paid some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How
you
much?
can call them. They'll tell you. We paid some good money. We paid them some good money.
When?
So they're last week or a few weeks ago. Two weeks now. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Anyway, thank you, Eli Kondo. Thank you, Daniel Cranston. Thank you, Sicho. This has been another episode of Game Plan. Thank you so much for listening. The show sponsors are Petrol Soul Platinum Energy and Betway. My name is Fento Tahiru Fento. Up next is BBC World Service, and after that, Lexus Bill will drive you home. Take care and bye bye.